Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Just talked to the prisoner yesterday. Now let's talk to our group. Alvin has a deep thought. The capacity to experience such visions of the past had always seemed to me to be a most desirable talent. But I see now that it is as much a burden as a blessing. Sorry about that. I let my emotions get the better of me. It's just that she and I are of an age, and we're neither of us one thing or another. Not sure what he's trying to say. I can't help but feel like she's my problem to solve. Alright, today we're doing Echoes of an Echo. 898 gil, 4600 EXP. Lease is lost in thought. I don't know what we've solved. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Ferdona something to think about at least. I now found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Chickman, but the vision only comes to me every now and then. From the way Ferdola kept watching him, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. Yep. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the immortal flames have been scouring the research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Adams, they're overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Well, speak with this guard. Guard is that way. Alright, hoverjet. Oh, a little dent on it. Going back in here? Yes, we are. Resonatorium Guard. General Adon is inside. Will you be joining him? Yes, I will. Oh, this is a nice place. I feel like I've done battle here before. Come on, let's talk to Rubion. Hold on, there's Alfred over there. Works engineer. Seeing this facility, I'm reminded of what they did to Creel. We've received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Should be recording everything, not just of interest. They should burn this place to the ground and be done with it. No, no, no. So many bodies. That is a lot of bodies. Alright, Rubion. What news? You spoke with Cordolia, I take it? Yes, as expected. She didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Ever noticed something odd about her? You think she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? Huh. We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials. Let's alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance. If you have time to lend a hand. Okay, alright. Gather information about the Restorium. Magitech Pod, let's go check that out. Let's interact with it. Touch it. Touch it. The device in which Crow was held seems even more ominous now that you know its purpose. Surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears a label Master Subject. Uh-oh. Dawnworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices and perform everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? Yes. All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Probably to make that one person in that pod the best. Leave this section to me. Look at all them bodies all around here. I like this view though. That is a nice view. We got some boxes up over here. Fallen scrap parchment. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Idle conversation prohibited. Eating and drinking fallen scrap of parchment appears to this facility regulations, but nothing of interest. Right, so that's a no-go. What else can we see? There's an exit. But we do not want to leave yet. Flame investigator. So many bodies, every one of them, a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury from what we've been able to determine. They perish from forcibly ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to them. Awesome. Real good. Coming back around to you. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Sick man, shall we start with you? Eating is prohibited. Speaking is prohibited. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Creel and Thankful, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entails infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case, Creel, patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer candidates or. In other words, they were trying to recreate Creel's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Creel is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. Soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and families to the skulls. There's a sentry at the door night and day. She can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All their emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Sally was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Heaven Girl's past. Donna has been forced to experience the agony of those who lives or lives she's destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. The results of these experiments have been laid back to Garlemald. They'll be not to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these god-forsaken procedures. The donor remains our best source of information. Should not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right? Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. Will respond to passion, not if it's free. I understand. Thank you, General. Should lead the flames to it. Let's go. Back outside. Alfie. The forcible extraction of ether from a living subject is invariably fatal. How many die that Polona might gain her new abilities? I've never known why I was given the echo, but this makes me want to put it to good use. I go looking for answers about the echo and end up getting schooled by Ruby. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. Makes me realize how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. It's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? It is a quandary which countless refugees now face: to continue the life they've built in Olal, or start again in the land of their birth. Tickman, a moment. What's up, little man? I am newly returned from Olal. The message from the Sultan. Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Chest bump. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be a perfect opportunity to inquire about the general's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alvin, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Tickman. That's it. Echoes of an echo. Give me that XP, and I got that quest completed. That's another one for the books. And that's it for today. So, thanks for joining me. We'll be back tomorrow for another quest. Until then, y'all take care.